In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can link your Retell AI voice assistant to your Go High Level CRM using the native call integration in Retell with Make in order to make the link between those two. For those who know who I am, my name is Rude Judley Joseph. I've been working in AI, specifically in AI voice agent, for more than a year now, and today I'm here to give you all the sauce. The issue is that there's a lot of issues when you want to actually connect your Go Level account with your BTL AI voice assistant in order to take in bookings or to just take the leads information to do some type of lead nurture using Go High Level later down the route. And why it is so hard is because Go High Level's API, especially the version 2, is quite confusing. So if I go here, I'm going to look for Go High Level API version 2. Their API is very, very confusing. And anytime you find any mistakes, if you get any error message, you don't really know exactly where the error is coming from. Now, since I've been working with Go High Level for a while now, and I've solved the problem of connecting Go High Level with Retell AI voice assistants for many of my clients, today I'm here to give you all the sauce. So the first thing you need to do is to first head to Go High Level Marketplace, and we're going to go and create an app. And this is the app that we're going to use in order to make an OAuth 2.0 HTTP request, which is going to allow us to actually communicate with our Go High Level account. So I will go here, click on Marketplace. And here I already have my Marketplace. If you don't have an account, you need to register for Go High Level developer account first. But if you already have one, then you can skip that part. So here we have our apps. If I click on here, you can see, well, obviously I'm going to blur this part. I don't want anybody to see the apps that I've built before. So I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to create an app, and I'm just going to call this app Test YouTube. Test YouTube. I'm going to make the height private. I'm going to set it for, it can be both agency and server account. And then I'm going to use the white label recommend, which is the one that's recommended because the documentation on this side is much clearer. So I'm going to click here, create the app. So this is the app name, the listing configuration. This is what we set up before. And then the part that's important is to go to, not here, advanced settings. We'll click on advanced settings. And on advanced settings, we have what's called we have OAuth. In advanced settings, we have auth. And then here, this is where we're going to select the scopes that we need for our Go High Level apps. And here, this is where we're going to put the redirect URL. And here, something that is very, very important is that the redirect URL that is provided by the make documentation is actually not working. For me, when I was solving this problem, I needed to do a lot of troubleshooting. So I went ahead and found a way that worked for me. And here, this is what I'm going to try to share to you in this video. So for the scopes, we're going to select, let's say, locations, read only. We're going to have calendars, read only, calendars, write. And I think we should also have a calendars event read only and calendars event write as well. Okay. But you can decide to write whatever you want here. Since here we're going to try to do some kind of calendar integration using Go High Level. So this is all the scopes that we're going to need. And now I'm going to go here for the redirect URL. Okay, now I've already created the app. I'm just going to go here and click on create scenario. And here I'm going to look for OAuth 2.0, which is this one. And then I'm going to add a minor connection. I think it's a great, I think I'm going to call it GHL OAuth 2.0 connection. Okay. Here we need the authorized URI. And to find this authorized URI, the only thing we need to do is to go back to the Go high level documentation. You click on authorization, and then here we have two options. We have one that is for the standard of URL flow, which is the one that is non-white label. And we have this one, which is the one that is white label. And the thing that we need to do is we need to copy everything before the interrogation point. Well, why? It's because everything below, after the integration point, is actually the queries of the URL. So yeah, we just copy everything before. And then here we go back here, we paste. For the token, we see I already have it here, but I'm going to show you exactly where you can find that. So you need to click on OAuth 2.0, click on Get Access Token, and then here we just copy and we go back, we paste it here. And then here we have scopes. In the scopes, if I remember well, we had calendars with only, what else? We also had calendars dot write. We had calendar slash events dot write. What else did we have? Well, we had calendar read only, I think. But yeah, events dot read only. Now, I also think we had locations dot write, and the last one, I think it was locations dot read only. So I'm just going to write. Okay, no, not calendars, locations. Let me just write it myself then. Locations. Great. Okay, and then here the two things that we need the client ID, which is what we've already copied over here. So I'm just going to go and copy this, Control C, we go back, put it here, and then next we have the client secret. I'm going to do the same thing. Well, it doesn't really matter that you can see those information, because as soon as this video is published, I'm going to delete my client ID and client secret. Also, I'm also going to delete the app as well, just so you know. Yeah, that happened to me a lot of times where I do a video and then later on someone tell me that I accidentally leaked something. But not this time. This time I'm just going to delete everything just in case. Okay, here you have to to toggle the show advanced settings button, and then we have to change the scope separator. A lot of API platforms, they have different rules when it comes to their scope. Some of them have comma, some other ones have space, but for Go high level, it's space. So that's why you can see I changed it. It was comma, now it is space. So, okay, we're gonna give this a run. Let me check if everything is correct. There's no space before or after. Okay, I think we should be good to go. I'm just going to click on save, and then it's going to open another window, which is going to ask us for the permission to get access to the sub account. Well, let's hope that it works, because if we have an error message, we're going to have a very hard time to find out exactly what's not working. Because the Go high level API, when there's an error, they don't tell you where the error is coming from, whether it's from your authorized URI, whether it's from the scopes. You don't know. You just have to figure it out by yourself. So I'm going to click on here on save. Okay, let me see. They tell me to log into my CRM. Oh, interesting. That's not what was shown before. Let me see if everything is connected. No, nothing is connected. Waiting for authorization. It's not working properly. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. Okay, let me just go and sign out. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just going to go and sign out, and I'm going to put my information. It should be working properly though. They told me I have an invalid password. Let me try again. That's one other problem with Go high level. I always have an invalid password. Okay. Okay, so here we have all the three options. Let me send security code. Okay, let me look for my security code. Is it working? Okay, it's working. Okay, so here I'm just going to click on my sub account to give it access, and hopefully the connection should be working inside of Make. Okay, verifying connection. Boom, it's working properly. Good. That's amazing. So now we can do everything we need with this connection. Well, I don't know why it wasn't working before. I guess it's just, those things sometimes are a little bit of a headache. So I believe that if you are doing that yourself, it will be working for you. But for me, for some reason, it wasn't working. But as you can see, we fixed it. Okay, so now we have our connection set up. And in our case, there are some things that we need to find. Um, I think the thing that we need to find would be to get the calendar, to first get the calendar that we need to link with our retail assistant, and then use that calendar ID to create a booking anytime there is a booking being made within our call account. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the endpoint that is responsible to get a calendar. Let me look for calendars. Okay, get calendar. Oh, I need to put the calendar ID. Good. Okay, I'm just going to go and copy this part. And then let me go here. Let me put the URL. For the calendar ID, the method is get. Hold on. I think I'm going to need to add another module here. Maybe something like variable. Hold on. Because I don't want to be copy and pasting everything anytime I need something. So I'm just going to look for set multiple variables, connect automatically. And then I'm going to call that calendar ID. ID. Save. Let me remove this. Put it. Well, it doesn't want to work. Okay, let me just delete. Not delete. Let me just copy instead. Let me copy this module, and then I'm going to delete it later. And then, oh, interesting. I'm just paste it here. Delete module. Okay, now it's linked. Okay, great. I just need to go to here and then copy the same URL again and paste it here. Good. So this is what we're going to replace by our calendar ID. So I'm just going to go and delete this, and then I'm going to replace it by calendar ID over here. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Go High Level sub account, and I'm going to grab the calendar ID, um, the calendar that I want to use. So I'm just going to go and let me look for Go High Level. Log into app. Let me drink some electrolytes. Okay, well, this is not the correct sub account. Great. So here I'm going to go on calendars. Okay, I'm going to create a new calendar. Let me call this calendar test. Let me call it test calendar. And no, it didn't work. Test. Let me just call it test booking. Looks like this is not the way to do it. Hold on. Mm, Calendars appointment calendar setting. Let me go in calendar settings to see. Okay, here I can create a calendar. Okay. Let me just click on personal booking. Let me call that Jude's calendar. Just for the sake of this. Team member, 30 minutes. Okay. Availability, America, Los Angeles. I would like to change this. Um, I would like to change this, but okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, maybe let me go on advanced settings. Oh, my calendar. Let me call that Jude Cow. 30 minutes. Okay. Let me go and confirm this calendar. Let me see if I can just change the calendar's time zone. But I don't think in this case that I really need to do that. So I'm just gonna go and grab the duplicate, move to group, calendars. These are the settings, right? Okay, let me just go on calendars and then let me click on this. So what you can do here in order to find the calendar in your URL, okay, there's a place where you find calendar IDs, and then after everything you find after is usually the calendar ID that you need in order to make this work. So I'm going to go and copy everything. Why is it not working? I don't know why. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, let me just go and copy everything here. And then I copy it back in my notes, and I can find exactly everything that is below, that is after this part. And then here, what we need to go is we go back to our variable and we copy the calendar ID. So we have our calendar ID saved. Good. So now our URL is good. Now let's go back to the documentation just to see what else they say that we need to include. Okay, we need to include calendar ID, which is done. We need to include authorization access token. We don't need this because we already set up our OAuth 2.0 connection. Now we need to enter the version, which is very important. So let me go and copy this part, which is the version. And then I go back here and I'm going to change this input application. And then I'm going to add a field. In this field, I'm going to give it the name version. My bad. Let me go and copy the version that is here, 2021. Good. Let me see what else they say. Okay, I think we're pretty good to go. So I'm gonna give that a try and see if everything is working properly as we expected. Let me go and save this first. No, hold on. Pause response. Yes. Okay. Let me go and save this. Let me run and see if we get something. Oh, we need to put the calendar ID. Oh, status code 401. We did something. We did a mistake here. Show advanced settings. Okay, I'm gonna put that as an error. Oh, I think the mistake we did, it's not a mistake, but they ask us for the calendar ID. So let me just go and copy this part. Let me try to run this again. Oh, what am I doing? I can just click on one once. Okay, it's not working. Version header was not found. Okay, we probably made a mistake here. Oh, okay. I see where the mistake is coming from. So here, the version, we should have put it in the header, not on the body, not on the body of our request. So I'm just gonna go and copy everything and just put it in the header again. Okay. Yeah, that's why it wasn't working. And then I'm just gonna delete this. This one, just keep it empty. And I'm going to click on save. Let's give it a try one more time. Great. This is amazing. Okay. Now our status code is 200, which means that our HTTP request has been successful. Okay. We have the content type. Okay. Yeah. So here everything seems to be working perfectly well. So now what we need to do next is to actually create an event. And to do so, we need to go and look for, I think it's called bookings or appointments. I don't remember exactly. Let me go and let me go below this. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I think, no, this is a webbook event. My bad. Trigger links and voice. Hmm. Okay, the issue is like I'm doing everything with you right now, guys. Like this is something that I do often, but it's not like I had some kind of preparation doing this video specifically. So I think I can click on, yeah, calendar events. And then I have get calendar events, get booked slots, get appointment, update appointment. Okay, here we have create an appointment. So this is the API endpoint that we actually need in order to be able to create an appointment. So I'm going to go and copy this one. We go back to make. HTTP. Let's go to OAuth 2.0. Okay. Okay. Now we copy this. Okay. Calendars, event, appointments. Okay, good. Now let's go back to the documentation to see exactly what we need. So what we need is, of course, the version. This is something that we're always going to need, it seems like. Let me go back to make in the header version. What was the version again? Okay. Okay, we have that set up. Let me close this window because we already saved everything. We don't really need it anymore. Okay. And then the next thing that we need is the calendar ID, which we already have. We also need the location ID. We need the contact ID, and it's required. And we need the start time. Okay. So here we need 4 things. Okay. So I'm going to go and copy this calendar ID. I'm going to include that in the body. So you can choose raw, but me, I like doing application XWW form URL encoded. I think it's way easier, but some people like doing raw. It depends on the use case, I guess. But for this one, since I'm doing this video for you guys, I'm going to do it that way. So it's going to be easier to do. Okay, here I have the calendar ID. And let me see, 1, 2, 3 more. The next thing we need is going to be what? The location, a location ID. I don't think we already have the location that we needed actually. So for the location ID, let me see if we have it from the data that we that we actually got. No. Okay, yeah, we have the location ID. Good, amazing. So here we have the location ID. Next, the next thing that we need is the contact ID, which is something that we don't have yet. But I'm just gonna put here, and I'm gonna leave the place like empty so we can go ahead and put that later. And then we need the start time. And what is the exact format? I think should be like this. Okay. For this one, I'm just gonna make ChatGPT help me to get the right format. Okay. Now we're good to go. No, actually not completely. So now what we're going to need to do, we're going to click on save, leave that here. So since we're going to be using this in order to not only capture leads information from our retail AI assistant, but also we're going to need to use this to make appointment bookings and do any type of lead nurturing process that we want to do using go high level workflows. So the next thing that we are going to do is um I think we're going to let me first unlink this scenario, and then what I'm going to add here is going to be a go high level lead connector. Yeah, go high level lead connector. I'm gonna go and use the search contact one. Okay, here we need to create a connection type. OAuth 2.0. Okay, good with me. Okay, now it's creating a connection with my go high level account. Good. Good. Okay, so now we have the connection, and then we're going to need another one, search contact. The other one is going to be get contact. Okay. Oh, not search contact. My bad. What am I doing? Hold on. I think instead we're going to need something that is to create a contact. My bad. Mm, yeah. Go out with connector. I'm going to create a new contact. And then to create this new contact, I'm going to need the email, the phone number, the first name, last name, gender, date of birth. Not all of those are necessary, by the way. So, yeah. So I'm going to create a new contact. Now, the way I'm going to do this is after the end of my call in my retail AI assistant, I can have an end of call scenario that takes the lead information and automatically register that lead as being a contact, or after the lead has booked, get the lead information. But I believe we should do that separately. We should do that before, not necessarily after the lead has booked an appointment, because not all leads will call in are actually looking to book an appointment, right? So since we already have it here, I would say it would be better if I just delete this module, and then I'm going to go and create a new scenario. Let me create a new scenario. In this new scenario, I think I'm gonna have something like end of call, transcript, something like that. So let me just click on this and create a new scenario. Yeah, I'm gonna have an end of call report. So let me call that end of call reports. Okay, I'm going to need the webhook. Not webhook response. I mean, just need a webhook, custom webhook, and I'm going to call this webhook, let's say, test webhook, something like that. Doesn't really, the name of the webhook doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, I'm gonna call that test webhook, and I'm just going to save it. And this is the webhook that we're going to have. Now I'm going to go in my Retell AI account and I'm going to create an agent. Let me create just a single prompt agent. And then let me notification no. Maybe let me do a multi-prompt agent because they have more information, I think. Should I start from blank? I think I can just take a random template. So let me take this template then. Okay, my screen is a little weird. No, not the commerce voice agent. Yeah, let me click on multi-prompt agent and just gonna have like, let's say a real estate lead qualification. Wow, it's not working. What? Or is it me? Okay, good. So here we have a simple agent for lead qualification. And let me check the functions that this one have. Schedule tour. Okay. Okay. Seems like everything is good. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to set the webhook for the end of call report. It's usually this one. Um, this one is for the inbound call webhook URL, which is anytime you make a call, your agent is going to use that webhook URL to get some information from the lead. But in our case, since this is something that we are most likely building for an inbound agent, so this is the one that we're going to use. So I'm just gonna go back to my scenario here. I'm gonna go and copy this address, go back to Retell, and just put it here. It should be set up. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the information from the webhook and just put it in a simple Google Sheet, which is something that is, I would say, fairly simple. But I already have a template where it's already set up to get the call reports, the call transcript. So if I were to build this from scratch, it's gonna take me a lot of time. I would need to make a test, get the right event, get it to exactly take the analysis event and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go and grab the template that I already have, and I will show you exactly how it works. I will tell you how it works so you can go and set it up yourself. I'm also gonna be providing all of those templates in the description as well, so feel free to go and check that out. Okay, I changed my mind. So instead of getting the blueprint, I'm just gonna show you exactly what's going to look like. Okay, so here I'm just gonna have some type of Google Sheet, and I'm going to add a row at the end of each call. Okay, I'll set that up later. So here I need to set up a filter to make sure that we actually get the call analyze event. And this is why I wanted to get the blueprint in the first place. Okay, here we can leave this like this. I'm just gonna go back on Retell. I'm gonna go and try to do a test call.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company.
Okay, let me stop it. Am I receiving anything? I can ignore warnings. Okay, let me run this module. Okay, let me run this only so I can get data that I need. Let me go and test the agent again.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate.
Okay. We should be receiving something. Okay. Event call started. This is exactly what we needed. So I'm just going to go in the condition, I'm going to have event. And I think the event that we need is called call analyzed. Yeah. And I'm just going to I'm just going to call this call analysis. We already have it here. Good. And then here we have a Google Sheet. Let me go and create a Google Sheet. Um, Okay, this is a new Google Sheet. Let me call it YouTube tutorial. Google Sheets. And then we go back to make. We're gonna search it all. We can use the ID finder. We just give it a name. And we call it YouTube Google. We should find something. I think you should find it. Okay, good. You found our sheet. Good. Let me trick something. Good. So here we have our sheet. So here, the only thing I'm gonna put here is probably the name, I guess. Name, and then phone number. And then we're going to need the email as well in order to make the booking. So we have name, phone number, email. Good. Now we go back to our sheet, which is sheet 1. Content headers, yes. Name, phone number, email. Great. So let me click on save here. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to go in post-call analysis, and then we need to have a text. I think a text is the best. Okay, let's just call that name. And we call this is, no, my computer is not working for some reason. Okay, this is the name of the caller. For example, let's call that Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna call this first name first, like, because okay, I'll just put it name. I don't think it really matters though. So Jean-Pierre, good. And then I'm gonna save this one. And the next one is gonna be number. Phone. I'm gonna call that phone number. This is the phone number of the caller. Okay, click on save. So here we have the phone number of the caller. And what else do we need? Let me think. Okay, we have the name, we have the phone number, we have the email. Yeah, email is very important. Email. I'm going to say this is the email of the caller. And then as example, we're going to have, let's say, J. Jude Lee. This is my email, by the way. So feel free to send me all the spams that you want. And I'm going to save this. So we have the name, phone number, email. This is what we're going to be able to extract from the call. I think here I think there is some variables that are here. Okay, let me just no. Okay. Yeah. This should be good. This should be good to go, I think. Okay, Sam, this is okay, good. Okay, now we go back to our make scenario. And then here I'm going to take some events from the call. So I'm going to click on one once. Let me use existing data. Call ended, and then go through. Let me use one once again. Call analysis, good. So this one went through. So let me see exactly what we have as data. call analysis. The call analysis. Okay. Okay, we don't have anything special. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna let that run, and I'm going to go on Retell. I'm gonna do a test call where I'm gonna give my information, etc., etc., etc. And then I'm going to use this I'm gonna be able to use this in order to create my Go High Level lead. So let me go and Go High Level. Let me add the Go High Level here, and I'm gonna click on Create Contact. Okay. Let me just click on Save. Yeah. So let me just give that a test. I'm gonna test the audio, have a conversation with the agent, and then we're gonna be able to extract the name, the phone number, and the email.
Hello, Sam.
Cool.
This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yes, you're catching me at a good time.
It's great to hear that, Sam. I am calling because you recently expressed interest in the property at 524 Retell Lane. I wanted to check in and see how I can assist you further. What are your thoughts on the property?
Very nice property. I'm interested in getting a nice property like that.
I'm glad you like it, Sam. Could you share a bit about the specific features you're looking for in a property?
Can you just go ahead and schedule me for an appointment?
Of course, Sam. When would you like to schedule the appointment? Let me know a date and time that works best for you.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. is fine.
Let me check if we have availability for tomorrow at 2 p.m. It seems there was an issue checking availability for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Could you let me know another time range
Okay,
that works for you?
let me give you my phone number and then you can call me back. Okay, is that fine?
Sure, Sam. Please share your phone number and I'll make sure to follow up with you.
Okay, my phone number is 239-156-1112.
Got it, Sam. I'll make sure to follow up with you. If you have any other questions in the meantime, feel free to let me know.
Okay, thank
Have a great day.
Good. I ended the call, and now if I click on one once, I should be receiving different events. Okay, the first one not correct. The second one again not correct. Usually the third one is the one that is the call analyzed. Great. It failed, which is fine because what we're looking for is call analysis. We have the call summary. And then what we're looking for is the custom analysis where we have the phone number and the email. Oh, I didn't give my email. Well, it's fine. We have the phone number, which is what we need ultimately. So now I can go and put that data in my Google Sheet if I need to. Hold on a second. Custom analysis. And then here I have the phone number that I put. Let me click on save. I forgot. And then now I can put that data inside of Go High Level. I can use the phone. Okay, let me just go here and take it again. Call analysis. Let me go on custom analysis data. And then here, this is where we have the phone. And I'm just going to add a +1 in front of it. Just saying, like, if we think we're maybe reaching people from the United States, +1 would be good. And then, yeah. And then as the first name, we can use the same thing. We just do the same thing. We just use Sam. Last name is not necessary. Date of birth not necessary. Okay, good. Now we already have a contact. I save it here. So I'm just going to click on one once, use existing data. Good. So here we have our lead created inside of Go High Level. And this is the contact ID, by the way, which is great, which is amazing. Now, the second thing that we need to be able to do is to create an appointment using call and be able to recreate that appointment inside of our Go High Level. Let me rename this. I almost forgot. Let me rename this. I'm going to call that get calendar. Oh, one more time. Good. And then this one, I'm going to call it create booking. As you can see, like guys, like I think some people make doing those AI voice agent look very easy. They're way easier than it is actually. Because when you start working with CRMs like Go High Level, you really have to have some depth to be able to do so. So yeah, now we need to go back to this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the prompt tree. Okay, just cancel. And then I'm going to go and schedule tour. And here I'm gonna need to add my own Go High Level and IDs. So here we have the time zone, America, Los Angeles, which is good. I don't have any problem with that. So I'm gonna go into Cal and I'm going to create a new API key that I'm going to be able to use later on. I think it's in settings. Let me click on settings and then click on API keys. I've already have multiple API keys. And then I'm just gonna no, not never expires. Let me put expire in 7 days. And I call this key Go High Level test. And then save. And I'm going to go and copy this key. It's fine if you save it because I'm gonna delete it after the video anyway. So yeah. Description. No need to put description, I guess. Okay, here I'm gonna do the same thing. Delete. And then here, what we're going to need to do is to get the event type ID. Okay, done. Let me go back and actually go to the events that we have. Um, okay, let me use this one, which is a 30-minute meetings. I don't really use this event that much. And to get the event type ID, it's usually what's after the event type, after the slash. So I'm just gonna go and copy this one. And I go back to Retell. And I'm just gonna put it here. No, delete. What? Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Why is it working properly? Okay, good. And then I'm gonna change this. Let me change this to Asia Taipei. I don't know if I wrote that correctly. Which is my time zone, by the way, because I live in Taiwan. Okay, let me just Google quickly. Asia Taipei time zone. Okay. I don't know if I wrote it correctly because sometimes if you don't write it correctly, it's gonna fail. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's actually Asia with big A and Taipei with big T. I don't know. So that's why I'm being so careful. Okay, I think it should be it. And let me go here and I'm just gonna save this information. Um, okay. Or bad request, failed cycle, forbidden. Okay. Which means that it's not working properly. Let me check where the mistake is coming from. Okay, we have the right API key, I think. Is it missing the event type ID? Probably. Let me look again. Yeah. Why isn't it working proper? Why isn't it like deleting? Hmm. This is weird. Should be able to delete everything, but for some reason I can delete the event type ID. Hold on, let me try to save again. Okay. Bad request. Okay. Good. I think now it should be working. Control C. Oh no. Okay. Mm, let me save that. Good. It's working good. There's no error message. Great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to create an event in our call account. And well, this is already set up. And what we're going to do is now I'm going to use a call module here. I think I can just look for Cal here. Should be able to find it. Calendly. Oh, Calendly is here now. That's amazing. That's great. Okay. I remember before we didn't have access to Calendly and Make because their API endpoint was pretty bad. Let me take a look quickly. Watch events, list invitees. Oh, okay. That's interesting. But we still cannot create an event though. Yeah, we still cannot create an event. So it's it's the same thing. We can get an event, but we cannot create a booking using Calendly. Okay, it's still as bad as before. So let's click on call.com and then usually we would use the watch booking created. So this is a webhook. So instantly, anytime there is a booking that is created, it would go and trigger our scenario. But for this case, I think we should use something else like list booking, for example, where we can get the bookings that have been made and just use those bookings and recreate them into our Go High Level account. Um, because we're gonna need that information in order to be able to properly format the data from call.com to Go High Level. So maybe let's use watch booking. Okay, let me use watch booking. Let me see exactly what's gonna look like. Create webhook. I think I already have a connection, no? Let me call it Jude Cal webhook. I need a new API key. Okay, let me go back here. And then to create a new API key, I think we need to go to settings and hold on. Manage billings. No, let's go back. Yeah, I believe we have it in apps. When we go in apps, we have the option to add. We have the option to add make as an app. Or we already have two apps installed. So because we have two apps installed and we don't have the API key, that's the issue. Disconnect. We can decide to disconnect it. No, we cannot disconnect it. Let me just go and install the app then. Mm, okay, let me just add another one. And then it's going to be make. Can I add make again? No, I cannot add make again. Okay. Mm, let me think this through. But how come I don't have my make connection? I should already have a make, not make, my car connection already. So something is not working properly. Hold on. Let me call it booking webhook. Test booking webhook. Yeah, we still need to create a connection, which is kind of weird, but let me call it Jude, call.com connection. Then here we need to have a new API key, I guess. Okay, this is a bit confusing right now. Yeah, this would be too confusing. Low key. Mm, I don't know exactly what to do here. Well, the issue with this is that we have make and we can either delete one to replace it because that's how it looks like. So maybe I need to delete and remove this app all completely. Let me see. I remove it. Oh, nice. Still not working. Wait a second. Apps make setup. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, apps make setup. It should be working now. Let me see. Mm. Okay, it's not working properly. I don't have any idea why. Because we should be able to just look for make and then okay, now it's working. Good. For a moment I thought I would need to go and do an HTTP request. Okay, we don't have to. This is amazing. Great. So I'm just gonna go and generate the API key, copy, and we go back to make. And let me save this here. Okay, good. Save. So anytime there's a booking that is created, we're gonna receive the information here. But what we don't know, and which is an issue, is we don't know exactly what the data we're gonna receive is going to look like. And without knowing that, we cannot really, I would say, we're gonna really properly format the data. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna run this module only. Oh, it's an instant. Okay, my bad. So anytime there's the, 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 event is created, it's gonna receive it automatically. So Let me just go and copy this, or just clone, I guess. Just clone this one and delete this module. Okay. Let me unlink this. Connect automatically. Save. And then I'm just gonna go and connect this again. Just replace it here. And replace it here as well. Okay, now we're good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make a call and try to create a booking in my Retell AI assistant, and just give it a try to see how it's gonna work. Let me test it out.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Hi, Chloe. Can you just go ahead and book me for an appointment, please? Um,
Sure thing, Sam. Let me transition you to schedule an in-person tour right away.
yeah.
When would you like to schedule the appointment? Let me know a date and time range that works for you.
Okay, first let me tell you my phone number. My phone number is 239-156-1112.
Got
I
it,
think
Sam.
that would work
Thanks.
for me. I think Tuesday, I don't know, Tuesday around 5 p.m. Is that fine?
Thanks, Sam. Let me check if Tuesday around 5 p.m. works for the appointment. Hang tight for a moment. Good news, Sam. There's availability on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Taipei Standard Time. Does that time work for you?
Yeah, that works pretty good. Yeah.
Perfect, Sam. Just to confirm, you want to book the appointment on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Taipei Standard Time.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Let me book the appointment for you on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Taipei Standard Time. It seems there was an issue with the phone number provided. It looks like the number might not be valid for SMS reminders. Could you double check the number for me, Sam?
It's the same number. I think we could why don't you use my email instead? I think the email is better, no?
Sure, Sam. I'll use your email instead. Could you confirm your email address for me?
My email address is jrudejudely@gmail.com.
Thanks, Sam. Let me book the appointment using
No,
your
no,
email address now.
no, I don't think you have the right email address. Can you repeat the email address I told you?
Of course, Sam. You mentioned your email address is drewjudley@gmail.com.
No,
Did I get that right?
no, it's JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com.
Got it, Sam. Your email is drewjudley@gmail.com.
No, no,
Let me
no.
book the
It's JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com.
Thanks for clarifying, Sam. Your email is drewjudley@gmail.com. Let me book the appointment for you now. It seems there's still an issue with the booking. The system is flagging the phone number as invalid. Could you confirm if you'd like me to proceed without the SMS reminder or if there's another number you'd like to use?
No, just proceed without the SMS provider.
Got it, Sam. Let me proceed with the booking without the SMS reminder. Hang tight. It seems the system is still requiring a valid phone number even without the SMS reminder. Could you provide another phone number or should we try a different approach?
That's good. I think Retell AI upgraded. Oh, my bad.
No worries.
Why don't you try 239?
All right, Sam. Let me
Oh,
try with the numbers. Take your time, Sam. Let me know when you're ready with the number.
okay, why don't you try with 239-426-8252?
Got it, Sam. Let me try booking the appointment with the number 239-426-8252. Hang tight. It seems the system is still flagging the phone number as invalid. Would you like me to proceed without the SMS reminder entirely, or should we try another number?
Hmm. Can you proceed without it?
Absolutely, Sam. Let me proceed without the SMS reminder this time. Hang tight. It seems the system is still requiring a valid phone number even without the SMS reminder. I apologize for the inconvenience, Sam. Would you like to try another number or explore a different way to confirm the booking?
Yeah, just use my
All right, Sam.
email.
Let me book the appointment for you on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Taipei Standard Time. It seems the system is still requiring a phone number, even if we're only using your email. I truly apologize for the hassle, Sam.
I already gave
Would you
the
like
phone number, like 239, okay? 426-8252.
Thanks, Sam. Let me try booking the appointment again with the number 2394268252. Hang tight. It seems the system is still flagging the phone number as invalid. I truly apologize for the inconvenience, Sam. Would you like
No,
to
no,
double
no,
check
no,
the
no.
number?
No, you have to include +1 at the beginning. So it's +1 239 426 8252.
Got it, Sam. Let me try booking the appointment with the number 12394268252. Hang tight. Your appointment has been successfully booked for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Taipei Standard Time. Do you have any other questions, Sam?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
You're all set, Sam. Have
Okay,
a great
bye-bye.
day and
Good. I think I think Retell AI did an update where now because before you weren't able to capture phone numbers when you were doing your call.com booking, but I think now you can do it. I think they probably did an update I was not aware of, which is good. It's a good thing. So now we can actually get the phone number directly from this payload. So now what we need is the start time. This is the format of the start time. Um, usually call uses the UTC format. So in order to have the proper start time to be able to send to our go out of a calendar, we need to change the format. Like, let me check exactly how the format looks like. So this is the format. This is what the formats look like when we do it for a go high level. And here, my bad, a little bit hungry. And here, this is what we actually receive. Where is it again? Yeah, this is what we actually receive. So what I guess I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this, okay, and then I'm going to first convert the format, and then I will try to convert it to Asia Taipei time zone or Los Angeles time zone. It doesn't really matter, and I can do that within the tool. So let me just call this start time. Um, no, typo. Start time, and I'm going to use the function format date. And or what I can do is gonna be more simple. You just get this and then ask ChatGPT to transform to transform it for me using the started function. So let me just go. No, not here. Okay, I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT. Can you please use the make started function to ref oh, my bad, accidentally, to reformat the date that will be provided to you. Let me see. The format should be. Let me look for the correct format. I think it's here. Hmm. and I'll call that. And the time zone should be converted to Asia, Taipei. Oh, my bad. I clicked on something accidentally. Not started. I think it's parse date. So make parse. My typing is terrible, guys. My bad. Converted. Okay. Here is the date. Now I'm just gonna go and just copy this. And let's see exactly what it's gonna come out with. No, 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 no. What is it doing? Wait. The make.com parse date function to I don't need the parse date though. Oh, okay. So we need use format date parse date and put this date. Okay. I'm not sure if this is exactly the format that I'm looking for, actually. Okay. So let me just go ahead and copy this and put it here to see if it's gonna work. Actually, you could do that by yourself, but me, I choose the path of least resistance. So I went ahead and asked ChatGPT to do it for me. But if you know how functions work inside of make, is something that I can do by yourself pretty easily. So here we have two nested functions. So I'm gonna go and grab the start time, which is this. Okay, so first it's going to format it. It's gonna put in this format, and then the parses function is going to put it in this format. No, no, the format this function is going to put in this format, and then it's gonna change it in Asia Taipei time zone. Let me just click on save, and this is the start date that we are going to use here. And here the contact ID. Okay, how can we get the contact ID exactly? So, okay, in order to get the contact ID, I think we're gonna need to use the search contact. No, hold on a second, because if we make the call, actually, the booking is going to happen before the call. So the contact should be created after the booking or in the middle of the booking. That's a very good question. Yeah, that's a very, very good question. So what I think we should do here is maybe let's use the search contact. So we're gonna search the contact. Since the contact is already inside of our Go High Level, so I'm just gonna unlink this, and we're gonna search the contact Go High Level lead connector. I'm gonna use the search contact. No, it shouldn't be the current contact because the phone number that we have is different because I use another phone number. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. Or is it? Okay, let's just give it a try. Let's just use the search contact one. And after we search the contact, we're gonna need to actually use the get contact. So hold on. I think it's in attendees. So here we have the email, Sam, but we don't have the phone number though, which is an issue. So I'm just gonna put this here. Save, search contact, and then I'm going to have another which is going to be get contact. Contact ID. And we save it here, and then I'm gonna link this back to this. Click on this one, everything. And then here we should get the contact ID that we need. So from Go High Level, actually. How come we don't see Go High Level here? We should be able to see it, no? Let me try again. Okay. Yeah, here we have contact ID. And then we save it. So what we can do is we can search the contact. And then if the search contact fails, we can have some kind of router here, which is going to separate the scenario in two. And if if it fails, it's going to create a contact. Flow control, and then here I have the router. So here we have two different branches. Okay, so what I think we should do is search contact, and then here we should have a filter where no, not here. We should have a filter between those two choices. So here it's going to be delete module. It is going to be when the contact is found, and it's going to be if the contact is not found, in which case we're going to create the contact. And then when we create the contact, we're going to have the email, which is what we're going to take from here, I believe. Then we're going to have the first name, which is what we're going to take from no. I took the wrong one. We should find that from call, actually. We're going to go in on attendees, and we're going to get the email here. And then the first name, just going to have it here. Yeah, and should be good to go. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to go and clone this module and just put it here and clone this one. And do the same thing and put it here. Good. So we have a scenario that is good to go, in my opinion. Data calendar location ID. Oh, okay. We need to replace this. The location ID. We have the get calendar. Who had the status code data. Okay, I don't know why it's not working though. Okay, let me get the calendar ID and try to make this run so we can get some the data that we need in order to make this whole thing work. And we run this module only and we copy this one. Okay. Good. You get a response. And I think we can use the response here, which is the location that we need. Oh, I think I forgot to. Oh, yeah, I selected pause response. Okay, what's not working properly? Because we should have the calendar ID here. Data, calendar. Yeah, we should have the location ID. Why is it not working properly? I don't have any idea. Or maybe we need to refresh. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we need to refresh. Let me delete this. Let me just call it GHL calendar integration. And let's save and then refresh this and see if it's going to work. Because we need to get the data. And if the data is not properly referenced, then nothing is going to work. So hold on. So see, guys, creating AI voice agents is just not about like prompting and and everything. You also need to know how to automate a few things as well. So you have calendar ID, name, event type, location ID, good, which is what we're looking for. And here we have contact ID. I think we should take it from the create contact. Save. Good. So now we have our scenario that is set up. So anytime we make a booking in our Retell AI assistant, we're going to get that booking from call.com and we're going to search the contact. If the contact is found, oh, let me set the router first. I forgot to set the router. So here we're going to have, let me call this contact contact found. So if the contact is found, okay, what should be the thing that we set? Okay, let me try to search contact and use something, I don't know, basic, like a fake email, for example. Okay. Total number of bundles equals to 0. So if total number of bundles is 0, which means the contact is not found. So no, let me set this one up. Total number of bundles is not equal to is does not contain, starts with no, ends with no, equal to, not equal to. Okay, let me put greater than 0. Yeah. So this should be our filter. Okay, so here we're gonna search the contact. If we found the contact, we're gonna go get the contact, get the calendar, create the booking. And if we do not find the contact, we're gonna create the contact, get the calendar, and create the booking. So it's basically the same thing on both sides. So good. Now that we have everything set up, oh, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna give it a test to see if it's working, and if it's working, then the whole thing that we took almost 1 hour to build has been successful. So let me just go and give that a try. I'm gonna click on one once, and let me go on Retell.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yeah. Could you please go ahead and make the booking for me, please?
I'd be happy to help, Sam. I noticed you recently expressed interest in property 524 Retail Lane.
Just
I'd
book
love to.
me in. Just book me in. No need. Yeah, I'm interested. Just book me in. That's it. I already talked to the broker, so he knows me.
Got it, Sam. When would you like to schedule the tour? Let me know a time range that works for you, and I'll check the availability.
Tuesday, 5 p.m.
Thanks, Sam. Let me check the availability for Tuesday at 5 p.m. Hang tight for a moment. Sam, there's availability on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, from 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Would you like to book this slot?
Yeah. Just book me in.
Great. I'll need a few details to finalize the booking. Could you confirm your email address and phone number for me?
My email address is jroodjudely@gmail.com. And my phone number is 239-426-8252.
Perfect, Sam. Let me book the appointment for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. One moment while I get this done for you. It seems there was an issue with the email address provided. Could you please confirm your email address again? It might have a small typo.
It's jroodjudely@gmail.com.
Got it, Sam. Let me try booking the appointment again with the updated email address. One moment. It seems there's still an issue with the email address. Could you confirm if there's a space in your email or if it should be written differently? For
There's no
example,
space in my email. There's no space.
thanks for clarifying, Sam. Let me correct that and try booking the appointment again. One moment. Your appointment has been successfully booked for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 5.
Okay. The appointment has been successfully booked, but it seems like there was a mistake in our scenario. And the mistake is coming from format date. Oh, okay. This is not a valid date or does not match the date format. Okay. Hmm. So the date we received is not a valid date. Is that what they're saying? Function format date finished with error. Function part date finished with error. Okay. Is that valid date or does not match the date format? Interesting. Actually, I've already used a function like this. So I'm just gonna go and look in my previous scenario, grab the function and try to make this whole thing work. I'm just gonna need to replace this by the start that I'm gonna find here. Hold on a second. Okay, start time. Okay, and this should be working properly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run one more time. Oh, I need to make another call. Okay, let me remake another call just to check it out.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yes, could you just go ahead and book me in? I already talked to the owner. No need to chit chat.
Let me transfer you to a representative
No,
and assist you further with
no,
booking directly.
no.
All right, Sam.
You can book me in.
It seems like you're ready to proceed directly. Let me transfer you to someone who can finalize the
My God.
booking for you.
Hold on. Let me try again.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yes, you are.
Great. The reason for my call is that you recently expressed interest in property 524 Retail Lane. I wanted to check in and see how I can assist you further. What are your thoughts on the property?
I like the property. Can you just schedule me for viewing?
Of course. When would you be available for the tour?
Uh,
Let me know a date.
I would say tomorrow 6 p.m.
Let me check if we have availability for tomorrow at 6 p.m. It looks like tomorrow at 6 p.m. isn't available, but I found some nearby options. On Sunday, March 16th, there's a slot from 10:30 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
On Tuesday, March
Sunday, yeah, the time you said.
Just to confirm, you want to book the appointment on Sunday, March 16th from 10:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. Let me book the appointment for you. Could you please provide your email address and phone number for the confirmation?
Okay, my email address is JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com. There's no space, by the way.
Got it. Your email is drewjadeli@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Could you also share your phone number for the confirmation?
239-426-8252.
Thank you. Let me finalize the booking for Sunday, March 16th from 10:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. Hang tight for a moment. Your appointment for Sunday, March 16th from 10:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. has been successfully booked. Do you have any questions about the property or the appointment?
Okay, and now let me take a look. So I think the create contact has failed. Um. Oh, okay. I think I already have my contact inside of my Go High Level. So this is why it's failed. Okay. I think the search contact actually was not empty. Total number of bundle 1. I should have went to this way, no? Greater than 0. So, hmm, interesting. So it should be total number of bundle here is greater than 0. But I think equal to, not equal to 0. But should it be a text? Yeah, I think it should be a text. Save. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me go ahead and give that a last try and see. Hold on, let me stop. Make sure this is correct. Text over not equal to 0. I think it should be working this time. If it doesn't, then we're just gonna fix it.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yes, you're catching me at a good time.
Great to hear, Sam. I'm calling because you recently expressed interest in the property at 524 Retell Lane. I wanted to check in and see how I can assist you further. What are your thoughts on the property?
Can you just
Got it,
book
Sam.
me in? Can you just book me in? Thank you.
When would you like to schedule the tour, Sam? Let me know a time range that works for you, and I'll check the availability.
Monday,
All right, Sam. Could you let me know what time on Monday works best for you?
anytime around, I don't know, 11 a.m.
Got it, Sam. Let me check the availability for Monday around 11 a.m. Hang tight for a moment. Sam, it looks like there aren't any slots available on Monday around 11 a.m., but there is an opening nearby on Tuesday, March 18th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Would that work for you?
Yes, that works good.
Perfect, Sam. Just to confirm, you want to book the appointment on Tuesday, March 18th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Let me book the appointment for you. Could you please provide your email address and phone number for the confirmation?
My email address is JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com. There's no space, by the way.
Got it, Sam. Your email is drewjudeli@gmail.com. Could you also share your phone number for the confirmation?
My phone number is 239-426-8252.
Thanks, Sam. Let me finalize the booking for Tuesday, March 18th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Hang tight for a moment. Your appointment for Tuesday, March 18th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. has been successfully booked. If you have any questions, feel free to.
Okay, guys. It seems like it keeps failing, but I don't know why. Okay, I think maybe I should replace it by contact ID exists. Yeah, maybe this is what I should do because yeah, it keeps failing for some reason. So yeah, and then here I'm gonna put let me put two filters because it seems like it doesn't want to work, does not exist. Let me just save it and let me give it one last try. I think it should be working this time.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Great. I'm calling because you recently expressed interest in the property at 524 Retell
Yeah, okay.
Lane.
Can you just book me in? I'm already interested.
That's wonderful to hear, Sam. Let me help you schedule an in-person tour for the property. When would you be available for the tour? Let me know a date and time range that works for you.
What time do you have available on Tuesday?
Got it. Let me check the availability for this coming Tuesday. Hang tight for a moment. There are several time slots available on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. Here are the options: 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m., 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Which one works
4:30
best for you?
4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. sounds good.
Perfect. Just to confirm, you want to book the appointment on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 from
Yes.
4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
correct?
yes, yes, that's correct.
Great. I'll get that booked for you right away. Could you please provide your email address and phone number for the confirmation?
My email address is JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com.
Thanks for that.
Wait, it's
Could you also share your
JROODJUDE@gmail.com. No space.
Got it. Your email is drewjude@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Now, could you share your phone number for the confirmation?
239-426-8252.
Thanks. Just to confirm, your phone number is 1-239-426-8252, correct?
Yeah, +1. You have to put the plus in front.
Perfect. I've got it as 1-239-426-8252. Let me finalize the booking for you now. Your appointment has been successfully booked for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 from 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Do you have any?
Okay, now what is not working properly? I think it's this where it says create a booking, calendars, event appointments, error not found. What's not found? Oh, it's not my God. It's post. The method is supposed to be post. So I'm gonna save this. This happens sometime. I just forgot. It's supposed to be post. Get calendar is get and create the booking is post. Okay. One last test. This time, one last test. This is the last test. It should be working. One last test.
Hello, Sam. This is Chloe from Retell Real Estate Company. Am I catching you at a good time?
Hi, can you please book me in?
I'd be happy to help with that, Sam. Just to clarify, are you referring to scheduling an in-person tour for the property at 524
Yes.
Retell Lane?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Great. When would you be available for the tour? Let me know a date and time range that works for you.
I will be available on, let's say, to Tuesday. What time is available on Tuesday?
Got it, Sam. Let me check the availability for this coming Tuesday. Hang tight for a moment. Sam, there are a few time slots available on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. Here are the options: 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 12
Okay,
p.m. to
8
1.
a.m. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Sounds good.
Perfect. Just to confirm, you want to book the appointment on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Great. Let me finalize the booking for you. Could you please provide your email address and phone number for the confirmation?
My email address is JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com. No space.
Thanks, Sam.
JUDELEY.
Could you also share your phone number for the confirmation?
Can you tell me the email that I provided to you again?
Of course. The email you provided is drawjudely@gmail.com. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct. It's JROODJUDE@gmail.com.
Got it.
No, no,
Your
no, no,
email
no.
is
My bad. JROODJUDELEY@gmail.com.
Thank you for clarifying. Your email is drawjudely@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. Now, could you please share your phone number for the confirmation?
239-426-8252.
Thanks, Sam. Just to confirm, your phone number is 239-426-88252.
No,
Is
no,
that
no.
correct?
No, 239-426-8252. Don't forget to add the +1 in the front.
Got it. Your phone number is 1239-426-8252.
Yeah.
Let me finalize the booking for you.
Okay.
Your appointment has been successfully booked for Tuesday, March 18th, 2025 at 8 a.m. Do you have any other questions about the property or the
No.
tour?
That's good. Thank you. Ooh, okay. Finally, our scenario is working. So we successfully created the appointment inside of our Go High level. So if I go back here to my Go High level account, and so this is a calendar, but remember this is not the correct time zone, so probably won't see the correct one. So um this is today. Okay. Oh, I was on the wrong calendar. Let me click on YouTube calendar. Let me see if we can see the booking. Good. See? So this is the appointment that we successfully created inside of a Go High level account. So, well, this hasn't been easy. So I tried to change my style of video. Instead of giving you something that is already made, I tried to build it up with you so you can see the error handling that I do, all the mistakes that I try to fix, all the debugging. So I hope that you like this video. I'm gonna have this blueprint with the guide on how to properly build your Go Level app, and later on do the OAuth 2.0 inside of make.com in the description. You can just go ahead and grab it, and you will just need to, for the blueprint, you're just gonna need to click on this and import the whole blueprint, and you're gonna have everything here. So I hope that you like this video. Let's keep bringing AI to the people. Peace.